Level 7! I'm just still trying to reintroduce more foods, and I got to go back to my neurologist, finally, trying to fix this here. Welcome to my life as a carnivore! Finally able to reintroduce other foods again. So I already knew I'm doing well with egg yolks, so I tried the entire egg. And after each meal, I kind of got nauseous. But then I tried just steak and I still got nauseous. Still think those hormones, really. So anyways, after trying for a while, I'm convinced I'm good with eggs. And that's so awesome because already just the egg yolk is great, but the entire egg, there are so many things you can do. They're so versatile and so delicious. I slow cooked tongue for 15 hours. It was so tender, so good. Ate it in the morning, everything was fine. Ate it in the evening, and I got diarrhea. And I remember I used to get diarrhea from slow cooked stew meat. But then also it was the first time after a long time I took magnesium again. And I also remember in level 3, the magnesium actually helped me getting over my constipation. So, what is it? So I got rid of the magnesium and it looked like I was fine again. Something I was so excited to try was salmon roe because it's so nutritious, it's so good, and so I'm doing well with it. And I started taking 6 to 10 grams of salmon roe each day, just instead of a fish oil capsule. Check out Nutrition with Judy on Instagram and YouTube. She has such great posts like these two that show that salmon roe is one of the most nutrient-dense foods. As soon as I figured out what beef suet is, I used to eat lots of it, raw, frozen, and with tons of salt. So delicious. But then towards the end of level 3, I started to get nauseous from it. So I left it out. In level 5, I used it for cooking and then just ate the leftover pieces, so not raw anymore. And that was fine. But now I tried it again and I'm doing great with it, but I'm not eating that much anymore, but I can eat it raw and frozen with lots of salt again. So delicious. Bone marrow, no problems, so delicious. I tried stew meat again and also carnivore bread that I made with stew meat. I got panic attacks and nauseous and later diarrhea. Okay, I'm done with stew meat. That was like the 3rd time I tried and I always get diarrhea from it. I'm done with stew meat. But does that mean I'm also not doing well with any kinds of slow cooked meats? I thought I'm doing well with tongue. That would be really sad. So I went back to my neurologist. I haven't seen him for like 3 years or so. I've seen him when I was at Power Health, but now he has his own place. So I was so excited for that. I'm glad he didn't take me off of any of the supplements I was already taking, but he gave me new ones, even more, especially the B vitamins. They're so good for your brain. So he put me on B2 riboflavin, B9 methylfolate, and then N-acetyl L-cysteine and Sensitive. he has good brands he sells, but still there are certain fillers and ingredients in it that I don't want, like spinach extract. Why do you need that? Or rice flavor extract or something. So I always try to get all my supplements as pure as possible. Most of them I get from bulk supplements because it's also cheaper, you buy it in bulk, and it's also powder form. I also have problems swallowing pills. It's not something I've been having forever. I never really had a big problem, but now maybe 4 years, I get more and more problems, and now I really get problems sometimes. Like I choke on it, or I have to, like pills, I have to actually squish together or something. Capsules, sometimes I even open them up. But yeah, so the more powders I'm taking, the less pills, and I just like it pure. Even if there is stuff in it that doesn't harm me, still I like to get it pure. But that's not always possible, so I just try to get it as pure as possible. Okay, so one of the fillers you see a lot in supplements is cellulose. And it's like, what is that? I usually research every single thing that I don't know what it is. I thought I remember I researched it before, but I totally forgot about it. So I researched it again. It's a type of sugar. I was outraged, of course. Oh my gosh, no, I can't take that. I don't want any sugar. But then we did really more research and actually found something out that's really interesting. So I made also a post on Instagram about it, and I'm basically just gonna read you what I wrote there. So the cellulose is a type of beta-D glucose that is found in many supplements, capsules as fillers. It's a polymer, low toxic, very durable substance with a very complex structure. It's totally resistant to digestion. So plants absorb nutrients through the roots and need cellulose to transport it everywhere. Cellulose is essential for herbivores to survive. Humans' mouth, stomach, and liver can't make the enzyme to digest cellulose. Another proof why humans are not herbivores. Yeah, the plants, they need cellulose, they need it, but we don't, and we can't break it up, we can't digest it. And in supplements, there's such a minor form in it, so it really just goes through it. So I'm totally okay with taking that now. Humans can digest almost every other type of sugar, but not cellulose. So it'll just go through you. In capsules, there's such a very tiny amount in it that you'd have to swallow about 1,000 of them to get sick. Well, there's always a thing. If you eat too much meat, you get sick. If you drink too much water, you get sick. Like, there's always a too much, right? I'm glad I did all that research, and I thought it was really interesting because sugars are usually not really good for our bodies. They can have their purpose, but yeah, cellulose is really one type we can't break up. So, and I thought it was funny, that's kind of another proof we are not herbivores because we're not a plant. We don't need the cellulose to get the nutrients from our roots everywhere to our leaves. No. For the B2, I started taking the capsules I got from him, the rice extract in it, but I ordered it from bulk supplement, and I just had to wait until that arrived, pure. The B9, the methylfolate, I couldn't find it. I think we couldn't find it pure, but I had one that doesn't have the spinach extract in it, so that is better than the one I got from his place, so I substituted that. then the N-acetyl L-cysteine didn't look that bad with the ingredients, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna finish the bottle I got, but then after I'm done with that, I'm gonna order it from bulk supplement. The Sensitol, really, those two ingredients that are in there, we couldn't find pure or like in that form, and there is really just the cellulose in it that I'm totally fine with it now, so I'm totally okay taking that because it looks like a really, really good product. So I'm taking a lot of supplements right now. Yes, I'm a carnivore and I'm taking really a lot of supplements. Oh my gosh, that's wrong. No, it's not. Do you know how glad I am about those supplements? Wow. I'm gonna make a video by itself just about all the supplements I'm taking and why. So I'm planning on doing that fairly soon. Also, it was crazy. So it was a Monday where I went to my neurologist. He gave me all those supplements and I thought, okay, I'm gonna start on Tuesday. And well, it usually takes a while for the supplements to work, but on Tuesday I was really, really determined. Hey, I'm gonna go to the gym and do something. Holy fucking shit. I had energy. I was happy. I really felt I was high on drugs. I was like, oh, like, no, really. I'm like, what the hell did my neurologist give me? But I don't think it was just, I mean, I didn't even take that many yet. I really just started in the morning. I had maybe 2 doses yet, and then I went to the gym. I think it's also just like, I was so happy. I was at my neurologist. I felt good. I was at when you work out, you get happy. So I was like killing it at the gym. I was so weak, but I did what I could do. I got really light weights and I did a lot of cardio, and I hate cardio. So I was on the elliptical for like 30 minutes, 25 minutes, I think. I was like, okay, I'm done. And now, I'm gonna do another 25 minutes. Because also, I haven't heard my music on my gym iPod for so long. And I love my gym iPod music, like 90s music and all that. It's like, yeah! So I had such a blast. It was so awesome. I love it. I also started going back to my classes in Carson City. Really gradually, I kind of started with like 1 day on, 1 day off with my trainings. So like Mondays, walking the dog, going to the gym. Tuesdays, off. Wednesdays, going to Carson City, do fight camp, pole fitness or whatever. Thursdays, totally off. Then Friday, walking the dog and going to Carson City again, fight camp, pole fitness, kind of where they had a spot open for me. And then Saturday, I have the dog again, so I thought, yeah, like a nice hike, little hike. And Sundays off. So that was really good, but I still had problems, especially like headaches, migraines, sinus problems. But because I was so happy, I could like fight over it. That was really great. It was like, but still it's like, yeah. And I remember after I went to my neurologist, I think it was still level 7, maybe it was already level 8. I had 1 day I was depressed. And it wasn't that bad anymore, but I was depressed. But then the next day I was already, okay, you know what? I just feel down. I'm not depressed anymore. That's a difference. I feel down. And then it was gone. So, yeah, a big improvement. If you like what you see, subscribe. If not, just click me away. I'm gonna have some meat now.